This is the Coin Lady, back on my station again. We rebooted the XRP Ledger testnet last night, and now everything is working fine. The testnet, domain exchange, DEX, content, accounts, balances, and settings were all erased as planned. Resetting a testnet node makes its operation more efficient and less expensive. If anything changes with the long-term testnet, we will be sure to let you know. Furthermore, I will ensure that you are apprised of those developments. This is the creation of Xena XRP. Without them, you could never have dreamed the boat would set sail. So that you can all rejoice together, Chris Larson, they also needed more time to join in. Ripple was certain that the XRP and Ripple witch hunt was already underway, even though it was predicted. Now, in 2017, when XRP crossed $3, Chris Larson became the wealthiest man in the world. The proposal was likely unpopular among the elites, who slowed down Ripple and XRP and tangled us up with the SEC in 2020. After the SEC case was resolved in 2024, Ripple and XRP were able to proceed with clarity. The next step is to await the SEC's appeal. Most people aren't even going to bother to listen to an appeal. Since Ripple will be covering the cost, we may move forward with the payment. Personally, I think that is true as well. The amount of XRP that was refunded is $589. But when did it all start? The circulation of a fake Simpsons graphic in 2022 ignited the rumors. The image supposedly showed Bart Simpson writing on a whiteboard his prediction that XRP's price will reach $589 or more by the end of the year. There are still many who cling to the notion, despite the fact that the event has been proven false. Why are we just now discussing it? I think it also predates 2022. Just the other day, Brad Garlinghouse's X profile hit 590, but he quickly lowered it back down to 589. While speculation rages on, I feel compelled to point out that many people think XRP will never hit $589. More precise price predictions have been developed by market analysts. Recent analysis has indicated that XRP might potentially hit a high of $26.50 during an optimistic market cycle or alt season. In contrast, I believe that 589 will be reached eventually. If Ripple keeps stealing Swift's clients, I could see this occurring. I am really looking forward to 2025 to watch how the complete adoption of XRP by Japanese banks affects the market pricing. Next year is when this is expected to take place. Just think of all the tokenized assets that are being added to the XRP ledger, and how much value XRP will have when it goes live on rails worldwide. I think we will easily hit 589 at some point. Now this comes after that. While Trump did list 20 things he wants to do for the American people, the Democratic platform omitted cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. You might be asking what came next at this point. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are not part of this. There is new legislation in the US pertaining to stablecoins, and I think they are hurrying to impose them because stablecoin regulations lead to a CBDC. Nevertheless, this has previously been raised by Eleanor Tourette. To contrast, this is the Republican platform that includes cryptocurrency, AI, and space travel in its innovation promotion section. So, Republicans in the cryptocurrency industry will stand up to the Democrats' unlawful and un-American assault on crypto by opposing the creation of a CBDC. We will stand firm in our demand that Bitcoin mining be legalized so that all citizens of the United States can control their own digital assets and run their own businesses without interference from Washington. I think they're wrong about the CBDC, since the US isn't keeping up with the rest of the world when it comes to digitalization. There will come a day when we lag behind. The emergence of hyperinflation will diminish the US dollar's prospective position as a worldwide reserve currency. Something else will take its place. Picture this: China introduces a CBDC backed by metal. Different countries taking similar actions. The cryptocurrency market is quickly growing in emerging countries. They are seeing unprecedented economic growth thanks to innovation. That is the way the US must move forward. We will reverse Joe Biden's disastrous executive order that restricts AI research and development and forces them to adhere to extreme left-wing ideology in regards to AI. Republicans are in favor of building AI on the principles of free speech and human flourishing. I am captivated by the idea. Because AI is so much more advanced than humans, they need to put a brake on its development. I am happy to report this. It was said by David Schwartz. Come one, come all. It has been speculated that if Harris is elected, she will appoint Gensler as the Treasury Secretary and remove him from his position as chair of the SEC before the conclusion of his term. Gensler would be more suited to the SEC than the Treasury. Without Gensler's removal from the SEC, the situation for the American people could have been far worse, as we can all agree. It is my hope that he will soon be removed from office. The SEC, a massive green day, will be held on the day he leaves. Others, though, have cast doubt on this. Since Gensler insisted this was not genuine, I am worried about their future. I felt obligated to bring this up afterwards. Be very careful with this. I heard that the US won't use digital money since it will make mortgage rates higher for everyone. But that's not the genuine thing. Because I think it's deceiving a lot of people, I'll also address it in the video, which is something I'm currently doing. If you can acquire fresh currency from the Treasury, why pay your mortgage? For some, that is the question. To make matters worse, it's pushing people into even more debt. This is the exact location. A mortgage contract is a legally enforceable agreement between a lender and a borrower. As such, it is unaffected by fluctuations in the value of one currency compared to another. From what I've heard and read, releasing the fresh Treasury dollar will get rid of your mortgage. We will all be rid of debt in due time, since I have been preaching the gospel of Nesra, Gasera, and debt eradication for quite some time. Even I don't see it occurring, to be perfectly honest. I can't even begin to describe it. Evidently, the United States government only intervenes to aid its citizens in times of crisis, so I suppose the best thing they can hope for is that something gives way. I think it's time to rethink mortgages and rent prices. The rent is really expensive. Mortgages are no different. A lot of people can't even afford to buy a house. Something must be happening there. Also, something needs to be done about inflation. Because of financial constraints, many are going without food. Likewise, that needs to be altered. Having said that, there is no other event like it. It seems like huge calamities are the only way problems are resolved in America. The distribution of XRP is being studied by HashHub. The burn supply is at 0.01%, the circulation supply is at 56%, and the future supply is at 43.99%. Though I think it's now somewhat lower. In my opinion, the authorities in charge of future supply will be the central banks, the IMF, and the BIS. The idea that XRP might run out of supply at some point is also something I can't rule out. It is difficult to predict the rate of supply reduction when 100 billion XRP are locked away in big liquidity pools. This discussion paper will cover the same ground as the last one, DEA, Secretary, and will address issues such crypto regulation in India, yet another country moving towards crypto laws, and the appropriate extent of such restrictions prior to September 2024. It is my firm conviction that the US government has crypto legislation in the works and will issue them when the time is right. Actually, I think this might happen before the election if we have crypto legislation that lead to broad adoption. I am grateful to all who have watched my video. For the time being, I ask that you subscribe and like my channel.